Kilowatt hours. What is it and what does it mean? An electric company sells consumers electricity in units called kilowatt hours, or lowercase k, capital W dash H. A kilowatt hour is a unit of energy. The electric company sells us energy, and they package them in kilowatt hours. Now, a kilowatt hour costs between 5 and 20 US cents and up. So here's a mock-up of my electric bill. So the usage last month on my bill is reported to be 575 kilowatt hours. So when the meter man came last week to check on our meter, he was able to tell that that was how much energy that I consumed in a 31-day period. Now the rate my company charges me is 17.28 cents or $0.1728. So that works out to a cost of $99.36 just to pay for the electricity that I used. The way I arrived at that is I take 575 and multiply it by the rate, and I arrive at that number. Now, there's also a service charge of $20 that meter man has to be paid, and the entire company has all sorts of costs that is factored in. This 17.28 cents per kilowatt hour only covers the actual usage. Now, of course, there's going to be state and various taxes, and the taxes was $17.90. So my total payment is $137.26. But the energy used is 575 kilowatt hours. So let's interpret this. What does this mean? 575 kilowatt hours means that I used 575 kilowatts of power for 1 hour. Well, that's not really true because that represents the entire month, but that is one way of looking at it. That's a tremendous amount of energy. That's 575,000 watts of power for 1 hour. I don't think I could possibly ever do that if I plugged everything in my house in at the same time. Actually, if I did do that, it'd probably blow all the fuses. So what I did is I figured out, I took this number and I divided it by 24. So what does that mean? 23,958 watts of power for a 24-hour period. Or 773 watts of power nonstop for 31 days. So what I did is I took the total usage, I divided it by 24, and then I divided it by 31 days. So if I used the power nonstop altogether, it works out on average 773 watts of power nonstop. Now, if I operated an 18-watt hair dryer for, this represents me operating an 1800-watt hair dryer for 319 hours. So that's about 10 hours a day nonstop. Or I can operate my 1,000-watt television for 23.96 days. That's total time. Maybe I shut it off after the 5th day for an hour. But the total number of days, that's what I could do with my television. So, think about this. If you leave things on without actually benefiting from its usage, you are wasting energy and you are paying for it. And in my case, I'm paying for it at a rate of just over 17 cents per kilowatt hour.